Hi guys, Maniac here.
I was supposed to be mysterious. It's like, I don't want to be here.
And welcome to our new little thing that we call RetroCast. The idea of this is basically to create like some form of content to where we could just quickly put out something if we're in the middle of another video. And speaking of which, the next episode of Maniac, in terms of a review, is on its way, though it's a little bit different, let's just say. So, yeah, we've been working on a lot of shows right now, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, the reason why we wanted to make these other shows is because I want to be able to create a variety of content and be able to produce things that are a little bit quicker to put out. Some of them will take longer. But the other thing I want to comment on is why, like, we end up disappearing so often. That's because for a while I didn't have the editing wizard. And also on top of that, things just get so hectic that to be able to, you know, keep up with a video, like, to keep up with content would just be really difficult. And unfortunately, that's just sort of happened. Plus, for a while, I just didn't know what I wanted to do with the channel. Because I wanted to make reviews, and I still do, but for a while, I just didn't know what I felt like would be really entertaining to watch. But now I have the editing wizard, and the idea is now we're going to we're basically turning the RetroManiac channel from a game review channel to a show that has a lot more variety, because we've got multiple new shows coming along the way. Care to mention any?
Yeah. First of all, here's something I came up with. We're doing this thing called Boss Flush, which is a wordplay off of Boss Rush. But it's going to be tons of crappy fun. It's going to be so crappy, but it's going to be fun as hell.
The concept of the show is basically we combine the ideas of a Let's Play mixed with a challenge video into one, and then I gave it the overall theme of a game show. In this, we basically come up with horrendous shitty challenges for each one of us to do, and we do it. It's hard to explain right now, but stay tuned for it. It's going to be great.
For example, you could be playing Legend of Zelda with a Guitar Hero controller.
Yeah, it's stuff like that.
Yeah, we're fucking sadistic.
Evil. And mixed with all sorts of other things that we won't tell you just now. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, there's that. And then, like I have now, RetroCast. But then, I think we'll save the biggest one for last. But then, coming soon, I also have a show that's right now in the works with just a basic name right now called Console Wars. The idea of it is I take systems and I set them up in a tournament fight where each one of them are lined up against one another, going up against their original rivals, all leading up to the ultimate showdown to find out which is definitively the best console, going from as old as the Atari 2600 era, like around that spot, all the way up to like N64, maybe GameCube era. I'm still trying to figure out stuff about the show. So we got those shows in the works. Any other ones you want to mention?
I don't know which ones I could mention right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, we normally have a book for this kind of stuff, but it's around here somewhere, and this room's a bit messy, so I'll have to find it.
Yeah.
Because we've mostly been focusing on, like, the main few shows that we have the biggest hopes for, that being the RetroManiac reviews, which are receiving a humongous overhaul if the 3D Blast video wasn't a sign of that. Then we got this. Boss Flush has been a big show for us. But I think the biggest one that me and the Wizard have been working on, it's the one we're most excited for, is a new show I like to call RetroManiac Operation Game Over. The idea of the show is I wanted to make a show that's a bit more plot heavy. It doesn't tie in with a game review or anything of that sort. It's basically we go on strange adventures slightly based off of video games that we really like. The primary ones would be stuff like Super Mario Brothers, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Legend of Zelda, with some other ones spliced in there. Anything you want to say about the show?
What can I really say about it?
It's like, we want to say so much, but the problem is if we
can't say much about it because that'll spoil it.
Exactly.
We can't say who the main villain is, who the other villains are. Can't even tell them anything.
Not yet. Though the first episode of it is in production, it's just hard to get everything together at the right moment, given that we all still have our personal lives, to the point where we can't just be like, okay, let's just drop what we're doing to go work on that. Yeah. It's a little bit difficult, unfortunately. But things are being worked out to where soon we'll be able to work together and finally at least produce the first episode to see how well it works. We're still going to continue the show because this is more of a passion project between us all.
Yeah.
But that's the one we're the most excited for. And then there's Boss Flush, which we're also working on. We're working on a variety of shows, so it's all just a little bit hectic. But I wish to make sure that the main stuff that I worked on, that being the original Retro Maniac reviews, are still going to be a thing that heavily gets worked on this channel. And yeah, I really can't wait for this upcoming year. Like, I plan on, because like my plan is I want to release the first episode of Operation Game Over before summer ends. It's my dream to get it done by then. At least the first episode.
And hopefully we'll actually get it done.
Yeah, we started
working on...
working
to get all of us together.
Yeah, we started working on the first episode, but things weren't working right throughout the day, so in turn, we had
Our workflow was shit that day. What can I say?
Exactly. But things are working out. And then, once we get that show moving, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
So yeah, to say a little something about RetroCast right here, we're gonna talk about anything. We're gonna talk about the show, and we can use it to advertise upcoming shows and upcoming big episodes that we got planned. But the idea of RetroCast is we can talk about anything, like how characters came to be, like Mario, like how he started, and more importantly, what is the secret to his success. And we can talk about other strange things, like the Sonic movie. I don't know. Are we a bit late on that one? Who cares?
Too late. We can't talk about that shit on here. There's nothing to talk about. No, everything has been said already.
Yeah. Then on top of that, they're changing it, so it's
they're changing the Sonic model, and hopefully it's gonna look more normal, but it'll still be the same edgy hedgehog we've had for years.
Oh, this is gonna be.
Let's hope it's gonna be good. I mean, Jim Carrey's a phenomenal actor. What can I say?
Yeah, and him being a villain of all things, it's just gonna bring that level of ham all the way up to max.
He's already done like ridiculous stuff like Me, Myself, and Irene, where he's like,
exactly.
Never see that shit.
Yeah. So that's all we really want to say.
He was fucking gas part in the car where you put your gas in. Nasty. First of all.
He disappeared for a while, unfortunately, but now he's back, and I'm glad he's back, but... Really?
I don't know about Robotnik, though. He ain't fat enough.
In my thoughts, like, I understand him being a villain. I'm not against that, but Robotnik, of all things, seemed like the oddest one to pick. And like I said, the weirdest thing, why Sonic the Hedgehog, might I ask? Like, what about this movie made him go, you know what? I want to do this. I guess they realized that. I guess he realized that this film was unsalvageable with anyone else, so he's like, you know what? I sacrificed myself as Robotnik. Let's do this thing. But yeah. Anyways, if we want to, we may eventually make a video about it and maybe go into it a bit more. Like, I know that there's already everything's been said, but like we could probably think of something.
They could have used Gabriel Iglesias for it. I mean, he's got the flaps to do it.
Yeah, wait. Oh my god, that actually.
He's got the comedy. I'm pretty sure he could do a convincing role, but who knows?
Anyways, that's all we want to say. So hopefully, coming soon, the Retro Maniac episode. I think it's actually done, isn't it? It just needs to get uploaded now.
Yeah, it just needs to get uploaded.
Excellent. Then, yeah, coming soon, very soon, is the next episode of Retromaniac. It's going to be an odd one, but I like it. Just because of how insane it is. And with that said, I'm the Retromaniac.
And this has been the Editing Wizard.
And we hope to see you in the next episode, and hopefully you guys tune in for the new shows coming soon. Later.